You kidnap me, you torture me with your sick games, and I gotta sit around here with a clamp on my thing. I mean, what the hell do you guys want from me?
Ho, 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 ho! Go back! You guys do, you do sex games here?
Yeah, I guess. Hey, what do you guys think if this guy could take my place for a bit? Don't worry about what we do over here. It's not even painful anymore.
Another piece of meat to fit inside your sex sandwich.
Carl, please.
And I don't even mind that you're a dude.
Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard. Fuck me. The chat widget is still not working, and I still want to kill myself. Give me 1 minute, guys, before we get into this. If you're wondering, all those were mine, except the last one. Last song is Necrogoblicon. I thought it was fitting. No one survives Necrogoblicon. I thought it was fitting. Swear to Christ, though, these fucking YouTube live widgets gonna be the death of me. We have to we got to do a little readjustment really quickly, guys. So pardon me. We're gonna hit that off. We got to make this. Can we unlock that? We bring that here. We bring this up a bit more. We take the logo background. God damn it. I had everything so neat and nice. And of course, it never ends, guys. Oh, getting a little sneak preview of the night. There. And now, Skull Juice logo. Everything. We're gonna get right into everything. I really want to make sure everything is nice, and that you guys can get a nice amount of room. Skull Juice logo there. That. Yeah, sure. Okay, and now we're just going to add screen capture, window capture, YouTube live chat. Getting there. We're getting there, guys. I know. I'm boomering it up. I can almost imagine the comments. Don't worry. Almost there. I don't know why the widgets have stopped working. It is not good. But the widgets have stopped working. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Almost got it. And we're just gonna dip. And that. Maybe a little bit more down. Fuck me. It's like in order to actually see it, I'd have to like fucking do that, right? I really want chat to be there. God damn it. Hold on. What if we sharpen it? No, that doesn't. That doesn't look much better. What if we color key? God damn it. God, why do you hate me? Alright, what if we go with that? How? I swear to God, it is the Cyrax curse. It really is. It really is. Alright, well, you know what we're just gonna have to fucking do then, is we're just gonna have to make chat very wide, but also, like, take up half the fucking thing. I guess. Fuck me, I'm really pissed off at this YouTube live chat viewer. Let's try it one more time, see if we can get it to go. Nope. Nope. Now it's just completely fucked. Okay. Well, fuck it then. All right. So I don't know, chat. What would you prefer? Because it's like really hard to read squished. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna have chat over the main overlay. Fuck it. And then, God damn it. We're just gonna have to. Okay, first of all, let's just get this cover gone. This is ruining my special event. Very upset. Secondly, let's just get the Skull Juice logo there, and we'll move the browser, and then chat. You're gonna go. Oh, this is so fucking stupid. God damn it! Everything. Okay. Okay. Chat, you're just gonna have to be very tiny in the corner here. Like, I'm sorry. It's just the... God, it doesn't look any better. Okay, fine. That's good enough. Fuck it. Whatever. We need to get into this stream. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like... It bugs the fucking hell out of me. I try so hard. Christ, it looks so bad. You'd like to speak to my manager. Oh, God. Well, Cyrax should show up for He-Jazz tonight. If he's not a fucking pussy. I can't take calls. You guys already know this. However, we are going to be going over the recent Cyrax drama. If you guys didn't know, which I'm sure y'all do, Cyrax took offense to me calling out the fact, and it is a fact, that he uses MIDI for those orchestral covers, and he does, and I can prove it. I can absolutely prove it. And the best part about all of it is Cyrax attempting to bullshit his way around it. So first, let's take a look at the orchestral covers. Hey, Cozy, how's it going? Okay. What the fuck is that? I didn't mean to type plus. It's a bit loud. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So, we're gonna go to... What's this fucking gay-ass channel now? Shadowblade? I'll just go to my subs. Fuck it. Alright, so let's go to the one, the first one, which was the Numb Orchestra style. Which one, Jester? Cyrax has been hiding a lot of the comments if you're talking about the ones on his videos. He hid mine. Oh, yeah, no, Jester, we're going to get to it. I haven't watched it at all. I was saving it for today, for you guys. So let's just listen to a little bit more of this. Alright, so there's a couple of reasons why you can tell that for one, this isn't an orchestra. An orchestra has like more than just strings and piano, and it has like brass and woodwind. But on top of all of that, I do believe the guitars in this are loops. Cyrax, you didn't play this yourself. You can't play guitar. You don't have an electric guitar. You don't own any guitar VSTs. Secondly, he said he did this in FL Studio. No, he did not. He did this, I believe, in Loop Labs, which is a free online music making thing. FL does not look like the screenshot that he shows off later in the next video that we'll cover. However, we're going to go on to the next one. Now, you could make an argument that it's just really shittily... fucking programmed, which is, you could. However, this is the one I believe that really sold me on the fact that it was MIDI. So let's get this to listen. So, if you guys didn't pick up on that, let me play the first part again here. Do you hear those chords? How they're going dun 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 dun, and it's just two notes, and they're just being hit? That's how MIDI arranges guitar chords, like power chords in songs. I should know. I have MIDI. I use MIDI all the time. There's nothing inherently wrong with using MIDI. It's lazy, however, to upload just the MIDI. There is nothing inherently wrong with using MIDI as a base and building off of it to learn the score of the music that you're trying to write. But Cyrax just pops the MIDI in, pays no mind to articulation or whether things sound right. No fucking orchestra is using power chord build-ups on their fucking piano. Ugh, Jesus Christ. A little more. Do you hear how the strings in the background aren't being triggered to the full velocity? That's because most string VSTs and string samples, they have a slow build-up because most people use strings for background shit, for chords. He's using these where he should be doing something in more staccato or pizzicato. He's using them as a full sustain, and he's not letting the sustain pick up on the background shits here. So if you listen, you can hear it, how they kind of are very quiet, but you can hear it, of these kind of quiet strings that are not being played staccato, they're just being played very softly because he's just pumped the MIDI in, and it doesn't let the string fully develop into the loudness of a normal string sound. It's because he's just using these really short guitar, I would assume, phrases for these strings, but he didn't think to maybe switch it to a more staccato or a more like fucking quick play, because with these string samples, most of them start off slow. It's not rocket science. Also, Cyrax has said on multiple times that he doesn't play by note or scale or any of that. Yet somehow, magically, he knows the exact notes and scales for these songs to the exact pinpoint 100% accuracy of the MIDI playout of these songs. I should know. I have a ton of Linkin Park MIDIs on here. It's really convenient that he doesn't play by note or scale, and whenever he's been shown playing, and we'll get to that, whenever he's been shown playing any keyboard instrument, it is fucking awful. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But I can even go even a step further. So most of you guys know I was in Discord before we started here. So I was in Discord till about 6:20, and then I left to go set up the stream. And it took me about 10 minutes to put this together. Using MIDI, I just loaded MIDI in, and I loaded a bunch of string and piano samples. I want you to tell me, I think personally it sounds on par with Cyrax's MIDI rendition. Remind you, this took me 10 minutes. There you go. It literally took me 10 minutes, and I'm sure if I spent an hour on it, which I'm sure Cyrax spent many an hour on these, it would have come out fucking sounding even better. So now, we're going to get into the video I haven't seen. Oh, well, actually, no, first we're going to go into the proof that the orchestral pieces are not stolen. First, let's get into this.
What's up, guys? I know I'm streaming from StreamYard for the first time in a long time, but I want to prove a point to you guys right quick. Some of you think that what I'm doing is stuff. Some of you think that my stuff belongs to you, but really it doesn't. You guys are just frauds and fakes. Now, allow me to show you proof, legit proof, that Numb and the other orchestral style score that I did are all original because I actually do have the bones. Now, allow me to show you Numb. This is just to prove a point. Allow me to show you Numb. As you can see, right here.
That is not FL Studio. Chancey lied. That is not FL Studio. Secondly, you can see all the fucking MIDI shit. It's all fucking lined up perfectly to what the MIDI looks like of these songs that you have. It's so fucking obvious. All you had to do, too, to make it sound not MIDI, is to replace the power chord sections where they're strumming guitars instead of just having it do the strum guitar thing on fucking strings. It's very clearly MIDI, Chance, and this isn't fucking FL Studio. So
every single bone, every single piece, every score right there, every single instrumental score. Now, allow me to play it back for you as further proof. And it won't let me do it.
Because he's fucking retarded. He doesn't know how to even run his audio through there. Christ. Alright. Are we ready for the fun one? Because I haven't seen this. I will preemptively say this, though. Chance, before he made this video, had sent me some heated messages. This is one of them. I have actually always had a knack for classical scores, so for me it wasn't hard to play the pieces and transforming them into other instrumental pieces. So yeah, try again, bro. I even have a classical piano piece I did back to prove my point. Chance, you understand? This is me. Chance, you understand? I can tell by the lower power chords on the piano. I write music for a living. Peep this, it's an old piano piece, so you can take what you think and shove it, dude, because what you think is in fact false. Key, if that's, Chance, if that's true, what's the key, Namazin? What's the BPM of the orchestral covers? The exact BPM of the MIDI files you can find. Why is the BPM of the orchestral covers the exact same BPM of the MIDI files you can find in Google search? Why are the lower power chords not articulated and are in fact the same robotic patterns most MIDI files come in? Come on, man, don't bullshit me. I know more about music creation than you. And then... Yo, what's up? So you really think I copied and pasted MIDI? Well, sorry to say, dude, you're wrong on that. I said there's nothing wrong with using MIDI as a source, Chance. Just gotta articulate it more. And then he followed up by sending me the link to the video, and then blocking me. Because he's a pussy. Because you don't want to admit that I know more about it, and I caught your shit. Because you're a pussy, Chance.
So, Skullkid, you think you got me figured out, right?
I do have you figured out, Chance. It's not hard. Everyone has you figured out. I'm the only one giving you tips to how to improve yourself. But you won't listen to me because you're so far up on your own fucking ass that you think you know everything even though you're a fucking failure. Even though you're 30 years old, you live in a fucking basement in the middle of Ohio leeching off your mother, beating women and sending jerk-off videos to random women, while making shit atonal music that no one listens to outside of to laugh at. I have you 100% figured out, Chance. You're nothing. You're a failed, sad existence. A blight upon the face of the earth. The fact that you won't listen to me or Shrimp or anyone else, it just goes to show that you're not a bad person because you're retarded. You're just a bad person.
You think that just because you make money off of your music, you think that gives you a right to push somebody like me around, right?
I didn't push you around, Chance. I was giving you advice, and I was pointing out that you weren't stealing things. You were using MIDI. I didn't push you around, Chance. You take any negative criticism as bullying or pushing around. But no, Chance. And it's not because I make money that I'm pushing you around. It's because I'm a better musician than you. It's because I know what I'm doing. It's because people actually like my music. And I'm usually the first person to say my music isn't anything amazing. But somehow people like it. And that's just a fact.
That makes you think that you got me figured out when it comes to me making my music.
I do. I do have you figured out because I can tell because I use similar programs to you. You do use FL for some of your older beats. You've used the randomized function, you can tell. I figured out that you use gross beat from the glitch effects on one of your songs, and you even admitted that. You use a lot of loops, I can tell, because the songs you use loops on sound completely different from the songs that you try to play on. And judging by your live performances, I can tell that you use the randomization functions and the chord functions in FL Studio or whatever DAW you use to make the songs that you make.
But the truth is, boy, you ain't got a damn thing figured out.
I do.
Did you ever stop thinking for 1 minute that maybe I'm actually just that good?
You're not. I can tell. Because if you're good, you could be able to do it live, and you can't do it live. The one time you tried to do your dubstep stuff live, you just went around mashing keys on your MPK without anything loaded up into it, playing the music through YouTube or whatever, Spotify, until a fucking ad came up. An ad that you say, oh, I don't know how that got in there. It's because you weren't playing through it. You weren't DJing. You weren't doing anything. You were just miming it. The randomization features on FL Studio are on the piano roll. Randomization essentially, if you go into FL Studio, there's a section that allows you to generate random notes and melodies based within like a scale or a chord structure in the piano roll of FL. So you load up an instrument on FL and you hit randomize in major or minor, and it will make it so.
Did you ever start to think that maybe I actually took music classes?
You said to me in the interview, I believe, and also offline and in other calls, that you've never taken any music classes, that you learned everything from ear, that you learn all the vocals and songs from ear. You have never taken a music class, and you've admitted you've never taken a music class. Which is it, Chance? Have you taken one or have you not taken one? Have you learned this all by ear and it's so amazing that you can just pick it up by ear? Or... What? Have you taken music classes? I don't know which is more pathetic.
When I was in school, when I was in high school, and then I'm actually naturally gifted.
You're not, Chance. You're not gifted at all because you refuse to improve and address the faults that you have. I can go through my faults really quickly. Well, one, my screaming is not that great. I smoke, so it really affects my singing voice and my screaming voice. Two, a lot of my mixing is fucking god-awful. You can tell. It's something I definitely need to improve on. I've been taking like online courses for it, but again, I'm still not that good. Let's see. I can play a multitude of instruments, Chance. I'm not good at guitar. I think the guitar needs a lot of work. I'm more fluid at bass and ukulele, and keyboard, obviously. Let's see. We can do this more. I can't walk. That's a flaw. What else? I can't draw, but then again, I'm not an artist like you. You know, smudging other people's work. You know. Let's see, what else? What else am I bad at? I'm really shitty at electronic music. I'm not good at making dubstep. There's plenty that I can improve on, Chance. But you can't admit one thing that you need to get better at. Everything is an amazing gold mine. I am bad at chat widgets, 100% Dev. I am 100% bad at chat widgets. There's a ton, but you can't admit one thing, Chance. Not one thing in that big goblin brain of yours that you could improve on or that you suck at. If you had any common sense, you would take a step back and learn to improve. But you don't. You don't. Not one thing. You are the same place you were 10 years ago. I have made more money in 3 months. $350, which isn't a lot. I don't charge a lot for my work. I don't think I'm there yet. $350 in 3 months versus zero. Zero in 10 plus years. You absolute failure. You absolute waste. You garbage musician. You failure of fucking existence. You're fucking blight on the fucking face of the earth. You absolute retard. And you're gonna come after me. You absolute fucking retard. You're an absolute fucking disgrace. Even if you sell 1 million copies tomorrow, which will never happen, your skill is fucking flatlined.
When it comes to creating classical pieces, no, you didn't. See, the difference between me and you is this.
I'm actually slightly successful, and I know what I'm talking about, and I make good music, or I would say mediocre music at best, that I can scream better than you, that I know more about music, that let's see, I have people who genuinely like me and aren't just there to troll me and make fun of me, that I've had a successful relationship in the last year, and ended it on amicable terms, and I'm still friends with the person. I don't send my nude photos around the internet. There's plenty of chance.
Unlike you, I'm a true artist.
I don't know about that, Chance. It seems you're really fixated on really trying to get money, but you can't get it. You have these ideas of grandeur in your head that maybe if you go into this particular niche of this weird 2000s nu metal-esque style fucking presentation, that people are going to gravitate towards that in 2020, unironically. And that people are going to see you walking around in fishnets and ski goggles and think, wow, he's so cool. He doesn't give a fuck about what he looks like, even though he looks like an aborted duck fetus. Wow, I want to get on that train. His music sounds like a fucking blender? Oh, man, I gotta get on that. He doesn't know how to properly EQ or mix his things. He doesn't know, like, how to use vocal effects correctly. Oh, I gotta get on that. Oh, man, he just, Listen to all those like beats he's rapping over that aren't even on any type of tempo or rhythm, that don't even rhyme, and every other word is motherfucker. Whew. Oh man, I gotta hop on that train. Oh man, he's doing self-help spoken word poems about literally people who are only fucking with him and expects people to jump on it. Can't compete.
You make money, don't make you a true artist.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's because I'm an actual artist. That's what makes me a true artist. I'm more of an artist than you, Chance. Because I can make money and do what I love and make music I like and listen to. And also other people listen to. And I even have things that I do for fun. Corpse God. I don't make any money off of Corpse God or XUX. It's fun. It's just, that's my artistic side, fully unworried about money. And I even make beats that I don't sell, that I just like Photon Bomb. I think that's one of my favorites.
See, a true artist never reveals his secrets.
That's incorrect. True artists always reveal their secrets. In fact, other artists tend to get together and share and collaborate and give critique, like me and Shrimp or me and Juice. We critique each other's work. We give advice. We build upon our weaknesses. Artists often talk about how they do things. That's a fucking retarded statement, but then again, what can I expect?
A true artist does not reveal how he creates his sound.
Yes, they do.
See, you think that I did it that way, but the truth is, I didn't do it the way that you think.
You did. You said it yourself, Chance. You don't know keys or scales. You don't understand notes. So tell me, how does someone who does not understand notes, keys, scales, and thinks that Black Keys cannot be sung, even though there's Black Keys and Linkin Park and Evanescence songs on the vocal lines, how does any of that come to someone like you? How do you know the exact notes, Chance? Please enlighten me. How does all of that come to you? Ha. Did the angels come down? Did your brother pass you on from the grave? Did your brother visit you as a ghost like you told me he did before and pass along the magic notes of Linkin Park to you? Not that it's particularly hard to learn a Linkin Park song. It's really not. But I just doubt you could do it because you can't fucking play anything. You don't know how to play a fucking country song, which is just mainly open power chords. Garbage.
I built those pieces from the ground up, using my intellect, using my intelligence, using what I know how to do best, which is music.
You don't know how to do music, Chance. You never have. You want to do music. You want to be an artist. You want all these things. You want the clout that comes with them. But you don't know the talent. You've never taken the time to learn it. You've just thought if you did it, it would happen. And that's not how things work. I have told you many fucking times, Chance, many fucking times, that I would be more than willing to help you improve. That I didn't offer you a judgment. I said, I will help you and teach you some of the things that I know. Granted, I'm not the best artist in the world either, and I'm probably a bad teacher. But granted, I would help you, and you ignored me. You ignored me for fucking months. You fucking goblin. So do not come to me talking about you know shit when all of your songs are atonal, awful messes. Poorly mixed, poorly written, and fucking awful.
If you were any kind of a real artist, Skullkid, you would follow the rule that every artist in the world follows. Whether it be somebody like Drake, whether it be somebody like you and some of my best friends that I've known for years. People like my brother Eric Scrublo, or my little brother Bratley. One thing that no artist does is reveal how they create their music.
That is 100% false, and you're just backpedaling.
You think guys like Elvis gave away how he made his music?
Yes, Elvis did reveal how he made his music. In fact, he helped other artists come up in the music scene and was a big advocate for black artists in the 50s and 60s, and actually did some writing for black artists. Ghostwriters are a thing. You mentioned Drake. Drake has ghostwritten and uses ghostwritten lyrics all the time. That is giving away part of what makes their music, Chance. You're fucking wrong. And you won't admit it. I know you won't. Because you're too stubborn. And you're too dumb to realize this is not going to end well for you. Then again, life isn't going to end well for you. Is it, Chance? Let's say, you're 30. 10 years. 10 years is an awful long time. Especially for a mother who goes through as much stress as your mother. I mean, how long do you think she has left, Chance? How long do you think you can keep doing this until you end up homeless? Who's going to take you in? Let's say, let's be generous, 20 years. Sally has a heart attack. Boom, dead. To the great beyond. Who's going to take care of you then, Chance? Who's going to pay for you? You don't make money on your own. You don't make money doing this. You can't get enough scrap to afford the house you're living in. You're going to be out on the streets. Or in a home. Whichever one. Probably surrounded by a bunch of people who won't take too kindly to you screaming and throwing hissy fits all the time. I mean, you say suicide is never the answer, but where do you think your story's heading? You've never tried to commit suicide before, I know this. You lie about it to get pity. You've never done it. Not once in your life. Maybe you will one day. Maybe you will.
When he was alive, you think guys like Linkin Park gave out all of their secrets? You think guys like Disturbed, people like Evanescence, or even people far back as the Beatles?
Yes, they all have. They've all collaborated. They've all given tips to other artists. They've all done terrible things. A terrible amount of things, I mean. Yeah, so he'll just end up in a home or with his sister, but nothing is permanent, Chance. Nothing is permanent. Ask your brother.
Or even Johann Sebastian Bach or Beethoven gave out.
Beethoven and Bach gave out lessons. They were both private music tutors. Same thing with Mozart. They offered lessons at the time, specifically for royalty. A lot of royalty were taught by Beethoven and Mozart and Bach, and the other guy who had a rivalry with Mozart. He was a music teacher as well.
How they created their music? No. They let their music speak for them. And that's exactly what I do. So you, Skullkid, have a lot to learn.
I do have a lot to learn, but not from you. The only thing I've learned from you is to take all the blessings I've received in my life and not take them for granted and be grateful that I have the things that I have. Because God, if I had gotten brain damage when that tree fell on me, I'd be about half as retarded as you.
See, I don't give out my secrets stupidly like you do, which is why people respect me.
No one respects you, Chance. Not one fucking person respects you. The only person who respected you slightly was Jasmine, and you sent a picture of your penis to her, and she does not want to associate with you anymore. No one respects you, Chance. Your mother probably doesn't even respect you. I wouldn't. You're a failure. You're an absolute failure. Not just in music, but in life. You're a failure of the human race. You're less than a germ at this point. You're nothing. The fucking trees and grass won't grow on the part of fucking ground they bury you in when you're dead. Because of all the hot pockets and mold infested inside that stomach. You're a failure. You're not even fertilizer.
Because unlike you, I don't blab my mouth about what I do or don't do. I don't run my mouth about the money that I make from music. Unlike you, I don't go around telling people, oh, I make money in music.
I do make money in music, but I don't let it define me. I made $350 in 3 months. Like I said, it's not much. But I like doing it and I get some money from it. It's nice. Maybe one day I can get more. You won't.
So, I could sit there and talk shit on somebody who doesn't make money from it. See, you make money for the wrong... See, man, you make music for the wrong reasons.
I make money for the wrong semen. Yes, I do. Did you really just say I make money for the wrong semen? No, I make money because people like my stuff and they're willing to pay. I don't charge a lot. I could be an asshole and charge like $700 for a beat, but I don't think I'm there yet. I make music because I like it. Eventually, it would be nice to get some money, and I would love to make music for money. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Bro, you're in it for the money. Me, I'm in it for the passion.
Yeah, you're definitely passionate, but you don't have any skill to back up the passion.
I'm in it to make a difference in this world. And
You're making no difference. You will never make a difference. You will die, at best, an internet oddity. At worst, you will be dust. Nothing. No one will mourn you. All of the people you love will be so far isolated from you, unless they have the heart of an absolute cherub. They will be so far removed from you and so far disappointed in you. They will want nothing to do with you. You will die alone. You will die with nothing. You will die with no money, no family, if God is merciful. You will be dust. A mistake that will be buried and will never ever be dug out again.
to help people and to do what I enjoy. So I'm telling you right now, Skullkid, you got another thing coming if you think you got me figured out, bro.
I do have you figured out, Chance.
You need to learn that lesson.
I will learn nothing from you because you have nothing to teach me. I think everyone has some, innate ability to be good at what they do, or even great. I don't consider you a person.
And I'll be glad to teach it to you, kid. Ask every other person.
So you will teach me the secrets. I thought teaching the secrets was the number one rule. Which is it, Cyrax?
That I've proven wrong in the past. Every person that has ever challenged me on what I do, I have proven wrong.
No, you haven't. You've proven them correct.
Everybody from Tonic, you.
Tonic is a much better musician than you. That's just a fact. He knows what he's doing. His music might not be for everyone, but he's a better musician than you. Fuck, anyone's a better musician than you.
All my haters, all the trolls, I've proven every one of them wrong. And I can easily prove you wrong too, Skullkid. Just because you make money off your music, that don't mean you know what you're doing.
No, Tonic, you're a much better musician than Cyrax.
You don't know what you're doing when it comes to keeping your mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't keep my mouth shut for anyone, Chance, especially not you. I always tell it like it is. I'm usually polite, and I'm usually fairly optimistic with most people, but like I said, you're not a person.
About how you make your music. That's not for anybody else but you to know. Nah, I will give you credit though, man. Your music is good. I will give you that. I'll give you the credit of that, man. Your music is good. But what you don't understand is when it comes to how you create your music, you always keep your mouth shut.
No, you don't, Chance. And don't flip your collar at me, you faggot. Oh, God, it's pathetic, isn't it? It really is. I was waiting for one of these to happen. I expected it back in the day, but right when I first told him essentially all of this to his face, although in a much nicer manner, he wanted to make up with me right off the bat. But, yeah.
Plain and simple.
Also, by the way, I just want to reiterate, he made this and then blocked me. So, I guess that invitation to teach me the ways of the Cyrax is expired.
It's not for the public to know. Because when you do that, other people are going to copy your sound and copy your style. And when they do that, that makes you look like a second-rate wannabe.
No, basically what happens is you can put out how you make music, and people can take that and put it towards their own style and evolve from it. It's called fucking influence or inspiration. You know, I have many influences who I've learned not only from listening to their music, but seeing how they did things behind the scenes. There's plenty of written interviews and discussion about Jay Dilla. Take a ton from that. There's plenty of interviews from Madlib, going over some of his things. Although I will say Madlib is a little tough, a little tight-lipped about his sample use. That I do have a bit of a problem with, but it's fine. People are allowed to keep their secrets, but people are more than allowed to put their stuff out there to grow from it.
Is that what you think I am? A second-rate wannabe?
No, I don't think you're second rate. I don't think you're third rate. I don't think you're first rate. I don't think you're fourth rate. I don't think you're any of that. I think you're a wannabe artist of zero caliber, with zero skill and zero possible chance to get better. I think you are dead set in your ways of being a failure. A failure of life, music, art, and design. You are a disgrace to God's plan. You are the only smudge on my possibility of there being a God. Because if there was a God, why would he create someone as awful as you?
No. I'm not. Now, you, on the other hand, with you revealing how you make your music, that makes you that and more. That makes you a failure at music.
Amazing. I must be a failure, guys. I make money and I talk about how I make music. Mind you, TED Talks don't exist. Neither does genius behind the beat. None of that exists. I guess by the same logic, you know, Metro Boomin and fucking who's the other fucking guy? TM88 and all of those producers who go over how they make music, they're just failures, guys. They're just failures. God, Chance. I told you would regret this. I told you didn't want this. I told you. I told you. But, no. You never listen.
That makes you a failure. At being able to keep your stuff a secret. That gives leeway to other people to copy your sound and to copy your style.
I would say a lot of my sound is derivative, especially the commissions that I do. A lot of them are derivative of other people's style. Now, obviously, they're made by me, but I kind of pull all over the place. And I try to go by like, okay, well, hey, what do you guys want to hear today? Should I do something like chilled out? Should I do something inspired by this artist or whatever? Most of my live stuff is me going into other people's styles. I don't even know if I even have a set style myself. I don't know what I would even say my style is. You know, I don't know if I have a set sound. I've never been an innovator like that. I guess with the metal stuff, I mix gent and sludge metal a lot, and that might be considered a style, but I'm sure other people have done it. I don't take credit for having a set style. I'm not a fucking idiot. I know how music works and how it gestates and how it germinates and mutates all throughout the fucking memosphere, for lack of a better word.
So, who's the fraud now, Skullkid?
You're the fraud.
All I got to say to you, Skullkid, is I'd hate to be in your position right now, boy.
Well, I mean, most people would. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm pretty happy with where my life's at right now. Aside from COVID, I'm more successful now than I've ever been. I have a really happy family who's still alive. I get to hang out with chat with you guys. I've met a ton of internet friends here. They're all really nice to me and supportive, and a lot of them are trolls, but I like trolls. I think trolling is funny. They're not trolls to me because they like me, you know? And if they do troll me, it's all in good fun. So, I'm in a pretty good place, man. I have money set aside for my future. You know, I have plans. I have several metal projects I'm working on. I have a nice live show I do that's pretty cozy. You know, it's a good time. You know, so yeah. I mean, aside from the wheelchair thing, that does suck. But robots are in the future. We'll see how that goes. To be fair, though, Tonic, I have a couple new shirts I've gotten in the last, 5 years, but I haven't really gone shopping in a long time. I've had this since before my accident, I think. This is a record label my friend started. I don't think they're still around. Oh, no, this is the clothing label he started. Which, again, Cyrax, where's all the things you say you do? You know?
I would really hate to be in your position right now, because sooner or later...
Well, the problem, and Billy, I'll speak quickly on the Pod Awful thing. I mean, I don't really know much about the guy, except he's just an insufferable faggot. Like, the whole fucking time. It was just boring, and just anything I said, he just came back with these lukewarm bants, and it's just dumb. With Cyrax, I mean, he personally called me out, but I feel like Pod Awful was just being fucking time vampire faggot, you know? If he comes on tonight, maybe I'll go on a little harder at him. I will be on a heat, Jess. I will pop by, so we'll see. But, it's just, he took such fucking... excuse me, he took such an insult to me saying I think owning someone is dumb, and then backpedaling and saying it was a joke is dumb as well, because it was clearly bothering him enough that he would stalk out our fucking program and come on. So, he's in the Discord if you guys want to tag him and fucking call him a faggot. I don't really care. I just don't really give a shit about him, you know?
Somebody's gonna come along and copy your style. And guess what? They'll be making bank off of it.
Well, that's like a nice indirect compliment. Someone is going to copy my style and make a lot of money off of it. I appreciate your confidence in my work, Cyrax, but, you know, yeah, they can do that if they want. If they want to come by and hear some of my beats and want to make something that sounds like it, as long as they're not stealing it like a certain goblin.
While you're sitting there looking like a broke second-rate bitch with nothing to his name.
I'm not broke. First of all, I'm probably like lower middle class. At least I've made any money. You know, aside from the music thing, I've been saving money since my accident. So, like, I have a bank account filled with fucking money. You know, and hopefully down the line I can make more money doing this once things take off. And if they don't, well, I can always go back and finish my psych degree and be a psychologist. Or as someone he just said, I can read the Jewish texts and promote the Jewish ideology. You know?
Because of that mistake that you made. Mark my words, Skullkid. It might not happen today. It might not happen a week from now, a month from now. But one of these days, somebody's going to copy your style. And you're going to regret that you ever revealed your sound or your style.
So why did it take me saying you use MIDI for you to give me this advice, Cyrax? You see, we were in contact for a while. You could have told me this when you first met me, but you didn't. So that kind of just looks like a dick move on your part if you really think this is such an egregious offense.
I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not the fraud that you think, pal.
I never said you were a fraud until now. I was trying to be very nice and polite, pointing out that you weren't stealing things and saying this is how he did this. Now, the fact that you think that me saying you using MIDI makes you a fraud, well, I mean, that says more about what you think about yourself than me. Maybe deep down inside that fucking walnut, or more like an almond head, you know you're a failure.
Which makes me... Oh yeah, that's right. That makes me smarter than you.
No, you're not. At all. You see, if I was in your position, and I thank God that I'm not, I would never make internet videos ever fucking again. I would stay off the internet, and I would learn to better myself. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm much smarter than you, Cyrax, and I told you, you didn't want any of this. And for those of you in chat, I have a bit of a secret. I don't want to spoil the rest of the show. But I have a little something I wanted to mention. Just expect there will be new money-making opportunities for me that I will let you know a little bit later in the stream. I'm just going to give you a heads up. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I might not know notes. I might not know keys.
Yeah, I might not know notes or keys or anything about music. But
what I know is sound.
that makes no fucking sense, Cyrax. You have no idea what you're talking about.
And what I know is music. I wasn't raised like you.
Yeah, I thank God that I wasn't raised like you by a failure of a drunken father and a mother who probably never even gave a shit about you. I'm glad I wasn't raised in a trailer with a brother who would routinely sexually assault me and gave me HIV. Or raised in the special ed class. I'm glad that I wasn't raised to not know my own worth and to realize what works and what doesn't work when it comes to how to present yourself in public. I'm glad. I'm glad I wasn't raised like you.
In the music scene coming up, I wasn't raised how you were raised. I wasn't raised...
Not to mention, you don't know fucking thing about me, Cyrax. You don't know how I was raised. You've never asked me about how I was raised. You never asked about my early musical career. You've never asked anything about anyone else but you. Everything is about you, to you. Every topic of conversation falls back to how great you are or what you're doing. You couldn't even be fucked to give a shit about the woman who had cancer that you brought on the stream the other day. You went off on Marty instead, which was supposed to be a fundraiser for cancer.
To play by note or play by key. I was raised to play by sound, by what I hear vocally, and then I take that and I translate it into the music that I create. That right there is true.
Yeah, I apologize for the buffering, guys. It's just how it is. I don't know how to fix it. One day I'll get a new computer.
True genius. That right there is true.
Whoa! Hold the fuck on. Let's go back to that.
To the music that I create. That right there is true genius.
True genius. Amazing.
That right there is true musicians.
Imagine being so stuck up your own ass that you call your work genius. I don't care. Even if I was to come on here and say my work is true genius, I would still be a massive faggot for doing that. That is an asshole thing to say. I'm not a true genius, neither are you, especially you. Cyrax might have HIV, and I'm going to explain why. All of Cyrax's exes, according to Cyrax, have HIV. His brother had HIV. Cyrax was raped by a male in high school who said he was his friend. Now, we can put these dots together. If all of Cyrax's exes have HIV, Cyrax's brother has HIV, and the person who raped Cyrax in high school was a guy. I'm just saying, there's something there. Keep that in mind.
It's musicianship and true creativity at its finest. Which makes you a second-rate artist. Learn your stuff, Skullkid, before you ever think about challenging a true musical genius and a true musical prodigy like myself.
A true musical genius and a musical prodigy. Okay, Chance, I challenge you. Let's have a beat off, for lack of a better word. You make a beat, I'll make a beat. We'll see which gets the most genuine positive reaction. We can do it live, we can do it off live, we can do it on Huge Ass, we can do it wherever. But it has to be yours. Completely yours. Not a cover, not a remix, an original beat using your own musical talents. There you go. No loops and no MIDI. All Cyrax. I'm not going to use any loops. You can use one-shot samples for drums and such like that, and VSTs and all that. No MIDIs, no loops. No loops, no MIDIs. One-shot samples, VSTs, instruments are fine. We'll see who's better.
Get your shit together, Skullkid.
You should probably do the world a favor and cease to exist sooner rather than later so you won't eat up as many resources for everyone else, Chance. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Or stay the fuck out of the way.
I will not. I will keep laughing at you for as long as it's funny.
Because I am a musical genius. And I'm not gonna let some punk motherfucker like you get in my way.
Well, you already did. Because it threw off your whole track and your whole fucking momentum. You had to make a whole video about it. Okay. I need more charcoal. But before I do go get it, I do want to just pop something on so you guys are entertained. This is the MIDI for Castle in a Sky. Excuse me. You can buy the MIDI. You can download it and get the music sheet download here. You can also find it on Google with a quick Google search. So let me play this for you, and then I'll be right back, guys. Okay. I want to thank Earjuice for providing this MIDI playthrough of this song. Because next, we're going to be talking about this. Let's see. Now that sounds awful familiar, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound awfully familiar, guys? How those chords kind of just... They sound like they're being played on piano, but they're strings. And how it's exactly on point and on tempo, and there's no variation or articulation at all. It almost sounds like it's the exact same thing. It's almost like someone downloaded the MIDI and switched out the background piano with a string instrument. Whew. Amazing. Also, I wanted to say, by the way, Chance blocked me on Discord, but he didn't remove me from his Discord channel. So this link is still in the Discord channel there. A bit of a bad idea, Chance. You should have fucking, kicked me from the channel before, banning me. So there's a bit of a thing, too, that I wanted to mention. Usually when you're playing songs, there's this thing called pressure that you apply to a key, and with that it changes the velocity of the note. Meaning if you play a piano like... Da, it, really hard. It goes dun, and then if you play it soft, it's like dun. So different, and it's not just the volume, but it's also the texture of the note hitting the mechanism hitting the string. And there's none of that in this at all. And normally, if you're playing this on something that doesn't permit velocity changes, you change it in post, because otherwise it just sounds like a shitty MIDI keyboard. Yeah, it's a Ghibli movie. Castle in the Sky? Yeah, it's a good movie. And another thing is, even if Cyrax played and wrote all these notes himself, even if, which he didn't, but even if, it still sounds like a shitty MIDI fucking score. So, what's worse? That he uses MIDI, refuses to admit that he uses MIDI, and doesn't change anything about it, or writes songs that sound exactly like MIDI notes that you can get from a shitty MIDI score from Google? What's worse? Really? Either way, it's a failure. Let's just do it one more time. Let's go back. We're gonna do something real quick, guys. Alright. Hopefully this doesn't fuck up my CPU.
What's that?
Hold on. We're gonna play these at the same time. Where does this start? It starts. Okay. I'm trying to line these up perfectly, and the problem is that the video, it starts at a longer time. Okay, there we go. So let's just let's go here. God damn it. Hold on. I'm real. It's. Fuck. How do I do this? Alright, well, you guys get what I'm getting at. It sounds exactly the fucking same. It's the exact same piano note as well. Yeah, you can hear that it's just the same. It's exactly the same, even if I can't line it up correctly. Next, we're going to go up and see Cyrax playing piano. Now let's see if he can actually play piano. This is a cover of Ryan Upchurch Holler Boys piano cover. Let's hear what Cyrax actually sounds like when he's playing piano. Turtle, MIDIs are essentially the piano roll sheet music for like VSTs, and like most DAWs have a piano roll, which is just based on MIDI notes that you put in. MIDIs also are like used in like older video games. It's just like an electronic rendition of something on a computer. As you can see, Cyrax has no idea what the fuck he's doing. He's literally just hitting notes slightly in rhythm with the song, with no paying attention to even if it fits or not. It's one thing to say, okay, I don't know the notes, but I play within the structure of the song. But it's not even that. You don't know what you're doing, Cyrax, because you're a failure. Now, furthermore, there was another one with him. It was like Coffee and Chill, and he's playing piano, and I'm trying to find. It was him from like the whole Coffee and Chill stream. Marty played it last night for a little bit. I remember him popping it on for a bit when I popped by. I'm trying to find it. I don't know where the fuck it is. I guess we could just pull up Marty's stream from last night. Alright. Give me a minute, guys. Oh, here it is. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, it was on the archive. I completely missed it. Alright, Late Night Coffee and Chill. And it was on the archive, so give me a second then. I know, boomering it up, I know. Where is it? Is there like pages to this? It was... God, so many. By the way, shout out to Gigi Allen and Juice for putting this together along with Marty. For letting him re-upload certain things here. Really appreciate it, guys. Good work. Oh god, there's so much of it. Okay. We'll find it. DJing session, Heather, I am Vengeance, update. Late Night Coffee and Chill. It's near the top. Okay. Oh! Oh, god damn it! I hit the fucking thing. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, here we go. Okay. God damn it. I hit the fucking, the link instead of copying it. Oh, yeah, by the way, the link for the archive. The archive is here, if anyone needs it. Yeah, I saw the DMs before I started, but I didn't see that one in there, and I wanted that one in particular. Alright. So let's see his playing here.
What's up, guys? It's your boy.
It's your boy, guys.
Apologize for that whole deal of, you know, not getting going right away.
I'm gonna go get the charcoal real quick, but I'll be listening with you guys. Truly brilliant stuff, guys. By the way, you guys want to see my fight stick? It's totally not like a paper towel roll. It's my fight stick. I'll fight Cyrax with my fight stick. Let's continue. I like the rocking back and forth. It's pretty great. "100% Autist, Not Artist" would be a great album title, Scooby. I have seen 5-year-olds play piano better than this. You can't play piano, Cyrax. You don't know how to write music. You don't know how to do anything, really. So anyway, I had made a list. And I just want to go through the list a bit while we listen to him play. Turn it down a little bit. Okay. So I read this list of things I needed to cover, and some of them I already have, but let me go through them. The Cyrax list. Lack of talent, refusal to improve, reliance on gimmicks that wouldn't have worked in the early 2000s, inability to pronounce words correctly, inability to vary his delivery, inability to expand his verbiage, refusal to soundproof his basement, refusal to noise gate your vocals, lazy production, over-reliance on loops, over-reliance on MIDI, literally tone deaf, no clue about music theory, beats women, beats his grandmother, attempted to beat and choke Heather, sends unsolicited sex tapes and pictures to women, 30-year-old tries to market in a youth demographic despite being A, 30, looking like a goblin, B, C, lacking the talent, D, no business or management plan, can't scream, no proper vocal technique, no proper mouth placement or shape, wants the clout without the work, refuses to get a job, excuses for everything, literally said that he doesn't use proper structure or phrasing, yet the LP covers were perfectly pitched and quantized, lied about using FL Studio for those covers, piano notes were phrased exactly like guitar MIDIs and MIDI files, lies about having connections, lies about making it every other week, lies about going away every other week, lies just a lot, constantly attacks people with valid criticism, see what happened yesterday, confuses people helping him with attacks, again, see yesterday, refuses to ever admit he was wrong without the caveat of "we all bleed red, we are human," can't ever be genuine, borderline sociopathic, has a piss fetish. Let me just pause that again real quick. Has a piss fetish. He likes being pissed on and pissing on people. Likes anal. Teeth. Really bad teeth. Mom will probably die soon from stress or shame, whichever one comes first. Will probably end up homeless. Steals art. Steals music. Suicide is a possible option. Your brother would be, and I'm going to say this, by the way, really quickly. Your brother would be ashamed of the burden you've become to your family. In the end, you'll leave behind no legacy if God has any love for humanity. Besides, you're probably infertile given the jack-off video because you couldn't ejaculate properly. You can't take care of a family, you will never succeed. The plants won't ever grow on the waste your corpse will become, given your routine diet of Hot Pockets and mud water. $350 made in 3 months, 5-star reviews for every single one of them, $0 made in 10 plus years, internet laughingstock. Not even the Juggalos want you. The Juggalos. The Juggalos. You rely heavily on gross beat and randomized piano roll patterns when you do use FL to make things sound interesting. You have no clue what hip-hop really is or how to maneuver in the culture. Crypt K pities you. He's not your friend anymore for the same reason. You've never tried to kill yourself, you use it for pity. No one buys it. Nor would they care outside of losing content. You mean nothing to the world outside of something to gawk at. You failed high school because you're stupid and stubborn, not because you were discriminated against. You don't take care of your family, you're a burden. And here's the secret. You guys ready? I now officially own the Shadowblade trademark and copyright. I bought it last night. Which means, expect some Shadowblade songs soon, guys. I am now the official Shadowblade. Congratulations! You didn't even register at Cyrax. You're a fucking fraud. And if you upload anything or try to sell it with my likeness, I will take you to court. That was the secret. Expect a Bandcamp with the Shadowblade stuff sometime soon. Or something. I don't know. I had to figure out something to do with it. So, you know. With that being said, I think we should have a moment of silence for Cyrax really quickly. In fact, not even a moment of silence. Not even a moment of silence. You know what we're going to use this for? Is we're going to use this for... You know what? The first Shadowblade song is going to be Goblin King. Epstein, expect a Bandcamp or something where you guys can purchase Goblin King. I'll finish it up, and that will be the first Shadowblade song. Next, let's go... Where the fuck did I put it? Don't mind me, guys. I'm boomering it. I'm boomering it! Where is it? I'll find it eventually. Bob already called what I'm gonna do, but, you know. Fuck me, where did I put it? Alright, well fuck it, we'll do it on SoundCloud, fuck it. I actually do not own Skullkid. I market myself under SK14, which is what I do own. I can't use Skullkid because it's Nintendo. I just use it as a moniker on here, where everything is technically registered to SK14. That I do register, which is not much.
That's because the other Cyrax is the fake. I have mine with 2 X's. I own this name, bish.
The dawn is my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Get your lighters out for Cyrax, guys.
And there's a thing that I was remembered, and a vision that was planted in my brain still remains, and then the sound of silence, and in the dreams I walk alone. There are streets of cobblestone. We are the history now. I find the color to the cold and town. And the eyes are sad when the flash of a neon lights is still the night. It does the sound of silence. And there's a naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. You got looking where the hell is there. People hearing where the hell is there. The drowning songs, the voices never share. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. And the others do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I'm fighting you. Take my arms and let the light begin. Now the silence, like silent raindrops fell. They're going away. Oh, silence. And the people bow and pray. Goddamn man! Now let the time to read on me. You're not just a liar, right? No lane. Now that was the solid on beyond the subway halls. In the meadows. Whisper the silence.
So, now tell me again, Juggalo 972, how it is that I'm a talentless hack and that I have no skill.
Rest in peace, Cyrax and Shadowblade. Unfortunately, I told you didn't want any of this, Cyrax. I fucking told you. I told you. You don't want this. I had given you all the opportunities to help and improve you, and now look where you are, Cyrax. I told you. You never listen. You never listen. That being said, I think we'll end on one thing, because I did want to point this out. Now, this is Classic Games Canada. And when I had mentioned that Cyrax attempted to beat Heather, there is video proof of this, and we're going to go through this video really quickly. Then we're going to wrap up, because He-Jess will be starting in about an hour and change. So, and by the way, yes, that was really Cyrax singing that, if that's what, I think, I forget who asked it, Hypnagogue or whatever. Yeah, that is actually Cyrax singing that song.
What I do know is I was sent by an anonymous source.
Wait, it was the wrong video. This is not this. This is the wrong one. Hold on. Here, there. This is the one I was looking of. So we're just gonna do this, then we'll wrap up. Because I think we've kicked a dead goblin as long as we could tonight.
How about this? How about this? Stop talking about everybody else's parenting and reflect on yourself. You're not.
My kids are in school right now, getting straight A's and are fine and live with me.
You know what? I bet. Hey, do you have an infection from fucking Nicholas?
Do you even know where your daughter is right now, Heather?
Hey, Jamie, let me tell you
Temper
something.
for 2
Let me tell you
seconds.
something, Jamie. No, Jamie, let me tell you something. Right the fuck now. The reason why I am the way I am is because you and all the motherfuckers.
It's because of me. You beat your mother. I didn't even know you. Go take care of your baby. I didn't abandon my baby.
Cyrax, this doesn't affect your deal at all. Alright, so don't
You
worry
know
about
what?
it.
Yes, you heard that right. Cyrax has yet another record deal. Third time's the
By the way, shout out to Classic Games Canada. Obviously sub to him if you're not. He's a good lad.
charm.
Would really love to get Classic to come on to Skull Juice or Hejaz or something one day. It'd be nice.
He has deals with several people. You guys might want to talk to the Bender boys, get some written contracts. A written contract.
Because Marty's a hoe and he kills
He's
fucking
got
hookers.
several contracts. With
Hey,
several
Jim,
They're
people.
not legit contracts.
He
hoe, you
signed it.
whore.
No,
He
Hey,
signed the contract.
Hey,
They have a signed
He
copy.
physically signed. He physically signed.
Yes, they have a signed copy. Ask them for it.
We have.
Chill.
I've
Hey,
told
yo,
them
Jimmy, why you think
the
something?
contact about John.
Both of y'all for 5
Here's where shit gets good. Here's where shit gets good.
Contract from it wasn't legit.
You should not be allowing them to do this way.
Shut the fuck up, both of y'all, for 5 fucking minutes.
This bitch is fucked off. And
You shouldn't be allowing this at all.
You know, Heather really wore the parents. Jesus. Heather really wore the pants in the relationship. That's kind of why I wish she was still around.
Oh, shut up and you shut up. Both of y'all motherfuckers, shut the fuck up for a second. Marty.
Hey, Jamie, you need to fuck
Jamie,
off. and take
hold
care of
on,
yourself.
hush, let me ask. Why is it whenever we start going up, you keep fucking
Going
bringing us
up?
down?
Where do you think you guys are going? Except for him
Oh
going in
my
the Hills
God.
Have Eyes remake. Where do
At
you
least
think you're
I'm
fucking
hey,
going?
I'd rather be a freak than a bitch. I'd rather be a fucking freak and a weirdo than a fucking internet bully like you're fake.
No, you're an asshole and an internet boy. You just threatened my son. And you called my son a faggot. I'm not talking about your family. I'm saying he keeps saying his brother's dead every time I talk to you guys. It's the day he died. So what is it, Heather? Because you tell the truth, he doesn't.
Fuck yourself, you little bitch.
See
What?
how he acts? I can't even talk to her like a normal person.
What? Hush! Hit me. Hit me and I'll fucking knock your lights out.
Ooh.
What? Hush! Hit me. Hit me and I'll fucking knock your lights out.
Ooh, Cyrax. Not a good look. Not a good look. Let's watch.
Cyrax is a bad person regardless of his mental issues. He is just a bad human being. I feel no qualms. I have no qualms and I feel no regret. You deserve everything that's bad in life, Cyrax. Fuck you.
that one more time.
What? Hush! Hit me. Hit me and I'll fucking knock your lights out.
Jamie, you are fucking like you right there.
Violent? You need to go home, Heather.
I would not
come here.
True, but he does lie and say he never hit Heather. So.
No, I swear
I'll
to
have
God.
Heather come here. I'm done with this. I'm done with this, Cyrax. I am done. I will pay for her to come here. I have 3 extra rooms here.
To be fair, I would screech at Cyrax too. You know? I would absolutely screech at Cyrax because he never lets anyone talk. And I can guarantee you if he calls in tonight, he won't let me talk. He'll just try to talk over me, and I will not let him talk over me tonight. I will continue to reiterate the fact that, yes, Cyrax, despite the fact that you are very mad about it, I bought the trademark, the official Shadow Blade. I bought it. Take it up with the fucking government and the courts, bitch. I'll be releasing songs, and I'll be selling them, and I'll make more money off of that name than you ever will. And that'll probably just be $1 because, you know, I don't really care if people buy shit from me or not. Well, I think we had a wonderful time today, guys. I'm really glad you guys came by. It was a fun one. Like I said, Hejaz, which by the way, let me pull that channel up. We'll be going live at 10 o'clock. I'll be there. Maybe Pod Awful might come by. Maybe Cyrax might come by. Who knows? But I hope you guys have fun. There's Hejess. If you guys aren't subbed to Hejess, go on, give it a sub. They good boys, and you already should be. On that note, guys, I'm going to go wrap up. I should probably go set up a band camp for this future Shadowblade shop thing. Alright, guys. How should we play tonight out? Well, we played intro. Let's see. You know what? Let's play out. Let's play out with another Necrogoblicon song. This song is called Power Core. It's by Necrogoblicon. Cyrax, you're not the Power Core. You're a fish. Good night, guys. Thanks again.
You are a failure and I want you to die. You dumb looking blind, thinking too not wise, so let me break it down. You are stifling the power, rotten to the core. Such a massive rudeness, one. You're boring and I've seen this all before. You're a joke and no one's laughing. I'm going for broke and it all comes crashing down. Every time you try to do something right, you seem to get it all so wrong. It's almost like a joke. No one's laughing now. When we reach the final hour, you were never the core of my power. Just a foolish dream and you have failed me. You got the power core. You're not the power core. You're a fish. Yes, I'm terrible, it's unbearable. You're just a phony and I want you to explode. You're the purple brain, the therapy to stay. You got the time to explain. Disappointed in a box of rats.